Hi, Facebook and YouTube fans. This is Kirk Brunson's Facebook and YouTube channel. I'm coming to you live from my apartment. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about my cruise I just got off of a little bit over a week ago, or just about a week ago, and it was on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander out of Tampa, Florida. I live in New York City, so one of the things we had to do was get to the cruise port. We left on a Tuesday. The cruise was on Thursday. So we left on a Tuesday on the Amtrak going from New York to Tampa. It was a 25-hour um, train ride. And let me tell you about that. First of all, Amtrak, being that it's a long train ride, sleeping was kind of hard in the seats. It was nice seats, but trying to, you know, move back and get comfortable, it was a little trying. Also, we sat behind a couple who, for some reason, decided to have their music on. It wasn't on loud, but it was enough that you could hear it, and it was, very inconsiderate. Another thing that I could say about the Amtrak trip was that the food, you had to keep going back and forth for food. Now, going with a 13-year-old child, my son, going back and forth to the car to eat something, drink something, became it was a little bit financially, a little draining. But I expected that. We've done a train trip like that a couple of times before on the Amtrak going to Miami. So, like I said, it was to be expected. When we got to um, Tampa, we did a overnight hotel stay near the port. It was about I think 5 to 10 miles from the port, and we stayed at the Quality Inn and Suites in Fairground in Yboro City, right by near the port. It wasn't bad. We had two queen size beds, my wife and I in one, my son in the other, and pretty comfortable for an overnight stay. Was exactly what we needed. Now, another thing I could say about traveling to a cruise port, um, I will probably not do that again unless I fly, because 25 hours is a long ride, and trying to get comfortable. And also, some people are inconsiderate on the train, and it's not as comfortable as it could be. So next time, I believe me and my wife and my son will fly to the cruise port if it has to be um, in Florida. So now let me talk about the cruise. So we took a Uber from the hotel to the cruise port. May I say, this has to be the fastest we've ever gotten on a cruise. Quick, easy, no problems getting on the cruise ship whatsoever. On the cruise ship, we stayed in room 7301. We had a king size bed and a sofa that turned into a bed for my son. The room was nice, well kept. Now, we already had a balcony room cabin, and the balcony was, typical small balcony per se. Had two seats with a small little table so you could sit outside. It The thing about this cruise ship, Margaritaville at Sea, it was a an older ship, that was bought, and it was made into Margaritaville at sea, Islander. The balcony was not updated. The rooms were all updated, but the balcony itself was not updated. But again, like I said, it was a pretty good room for what we had, what we paid, and it's a balcony. Hey, what are you gonna do? Nothing wrong with that. Now let's get down to the food situation that people complain about with Margaritaville at sea. Most of the time, we ate in the main dining room for most of our meals. A few times we ate in the buffet, but most of the time it was in the main dining room. The food was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. It wasn't great. It was very well seasoned, very well. It was hot, and the food itself was good food for, wasn't 5 stars, but we didn't go on a 5-star cruise line. So we did not eat in the specialty dining, which was like the steakhouse. We never went to the steakhouse. And but like I said, the food for the main dining room and was very good. Definitely recommend the food in the main dining room. Now, like I said, once or twice we ate in the buffet. The buffet is a typical buffet. It was small, it wasn't the food wasn't bad. It was just buffet food. I'd rather, like I said, that's why we stayed mostly eating in the main dining room, because I enjoyed the main dining room, but I wanted to sample the buffet so I can make um, a true recommendation, or a thumbs up or thumbs down for the balcony. Excuse me, for the buffet. My son, he had the soda package, which made it easier for him to go around and get free soda throughout the cruise. Me and my wife did not get a drink package because we knew we weren't going to drink that much. Mostly we had the free lemonade, the iced tea, the water, free coffee, and that was very suitable for the 5-day cruise that we were on. The So with that, it wasn't bad whatsoever. Um, the desserts were pretty disappointing with the desserts. It wasn't a lot of different desserts. The desserts weren't bad. It's just that wasn't a lot there. Love the free ice cream. The ice cream was delicious, but hey, it's ice cream, so how can you go wrong? Now, I I'm sitting back in my sofa because I'm. Let's get down to the entertainment. There are two themed shows on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. It's one called Conky Tonkin at Sea and Caribbean Heat Remix. The Conkin Tonkin at Sea was surprisingly good. It was country, but it was very good country. The people could sing really well, put on a good show, and it was a very, very good country show. Um, the one thing that I can say is, like I said, the it was surprisingly good for a country song, country place, and I definitely enjoyed it. The other show was Caribbean Heat Remix, and let me tell you, they put on a show on that one. That was on the last full night of the day of the cruise. Definitely a showstopper, and they put on a hell of a show. There's a nightclub on the cruise. We never went to the nightclub. I went in there to buy a couple of things to drink, and the nightclub was open for that. So I went in and peeked in and see how everything was going. It wasn't a big thing. You had maybe roughly 15 to 20 people in the night in the club. People dancing. The first time I went in there was kind of surprising that they were playing country music. The second night I went in there, they were playing more updated hip hop, some Spanish music, and it was a lot better. My son, they have a kids club on the ship, and different, like 3 to 5 year olds, 6 to 8, certain things. My son, being that he just turned 13, there was a 13 to 17 club. Now the issue is that there's not a lot of kids in the club because the week that we went, that was the first week that school went back. The kids went back to school in the South, so it was very few kids on the ship. I was a little disappointed with that because I would like my son to have more people his age actually on the ship, and it made real much better for the night for the kids club for him. Okay, now the ship was about half full. And they said the reason why, I talked to some people on workers on the ship, and they said that because the school is back in, there's less people, less kids. It's not, like I say, it's not a big ship, so it holds about 2,000 some odd maybe people, but it was about half full. It's about 1,100 maybe people there, if I'm not mistaken. But the ship was very well maintained, and they were constantly cleaning and constantly, making sure everybody was having a good time. The Let me tell you, the pizza on this ship was really good. The pizza at night, pizza during the day, very good. Also, their tacos. They have a place called, I'm forgetting the name of the taco place right now, but it was a really good taco place, and the tacos were great. Now let's talk about the ports that I've revisited. There was two ports. Um, the second day, we got into Key West, Florida. We got off the ship, walked around. We didn't have an excursion. We went to a place that sell key lime pie. Key lime pie, they're saying, was one of the first, if not the first, restaurant store that actually sold key lime pie in Florida. I mean, excuse me, in Florida. Very good key lime pie. Very delicious, and I definitely would try getting more key lime pie, especially in the future. The second port that we visited was Cozumel, Mexico. Um, the way they have Cozumel with the at the port is like everything is kind of enclosed in a blocked off area. Um, I'm not crazy about that, but we got to walk around a little bit of Cozumel. Walked around the port, and the one thing I could say about that place was they were pushing and pushing for us to buy tequila. We ended up buying a bottle of tequila off the ship, and we didn't drink, and you couldn't drink any of it. But we had to, when we came back, we had to get it packed away, and they gave it to us the night before. Um, when we left the ship after the cruise. But when we got home from New York, we sampled it. It was actually really good tequila. And one thing, like I said, there was a lot of people selling tequila, a lot of places, a lot of restaurants, a lot of liquor stores, and they were pushing, Mexican tequila, tequila, tequila. The ship, like I said, was very well maintained. It was a fun. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was no pressure. It was a it was just a good time. No sales pitches for you to buy future cruises. They had a place we can go and talk about future cruises. People did go inside, but there was no high pitch way of selling you stuff, wanting you to buy the drink package, pressuring you to buy the steakhouse restaurant. So with that, it was with that perfectly great. Now this was our seventh cruise, and the other six cruises they're more pushier for you to upgrade yourself to the specialty dining and or um, to go on excursions and try to buy sell you this excursions packages. But even though they did have excursions to be bought, um, they didn't pressure you with that. They didn't come to you all the time asking you, did you want um, to buy excursions or did you want to buy drink packages? So I would give a very big thumbs up to that. Um, the cruise, like I said, was a good 5 day cruise, very relaxing. If you need to get away, and if you can, get away for a week or so, definitely worth it. So I'm gonna give you my verdict on the cruise. First of all, I'm gonna give it my a score between 1 and 10. I would give it. I would get a solid 8. Um, if you've never cruised before, you'll enjoy it. It would if you listen to people talk about other cruise lines, the major cruise lines, Royal Caribbean, um, NCL, which is Norwegian Cruise Line, Carnival, Celebrity, those cruise lines, you would say, well, this didn't live up to it. They didn't, it's not a big to do like those cruise lines. But if you've done them, like this is my seventh cruise, and I can look and see which ones I enjoyed. Now, like I said, was this the best cruise we're on? No. Was it a very good cruise? Yes. Would I do it again? In a heartbeat. Um, just the price point aspect of it, and the freedom of just having a good time and not being pressured to buy and buy and buy. You know, like I said, drink packages. Um, you know, and also there's no pressure you to buy pictures, and even though they've been taking a picture throughout the cruise, and you can go to the portrait area to see the pictures that they've taken. You don't have to buy them, and there's no pressure there for you to do it. So like I said, who is this cruise for? This cruise is for people, like I said, wanting to have a good time. um, I would say either having a easy way to get to Tampa, live near Tampa, or can drive a relatively short amount of time to get to Tampa. This cruise is for you. So um, that's my thoughts on the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. This is Kirk Brunson's YouTube and Facebook channel. If you enjoyed this and you would like to join my channel, just give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Go take a look at it. Look at the other cruises that I've done, and I hope to see you as a subscriber to my channel. Okay, this is Kirk Brunson's YouTube and Facebook channel. Oh, and but also, if you want to give your opinions on what I've done, let me know if you liked it. Let me know if it was informative to you, and let me know if you've ever been on Margaritaville at Sea Islander, or even the other Margaritaville at Sea Paradise. Okay, like I said, this is Kirk Brunson's YouTube and Facebook channel. I'll be talking to you soon. I'll come back with another video soon. You enjoy your day. Bye bye.